from, which blends music and storytelling together. And this is the first story we worked out the music for, so it's one of our favorites. Now, once upon a time, there was a man named Lex. Now, Lex was a blacksmith, and although he smoked too much and he drank too much, he was the finest blacksmith in the 4 counties, and everyone liked him well enough. Now, one day, Lex was working in his shop, and in walked a woman. And in one hand, she had the leg of a cauldron, and in the other, she had a cauldron with only 2 legs. And as soon as Lex saw this woman, he knew that she was a witch. Fine people. So she got to work on her cauldron, reattaching the leg, and when she was done, the witch announced that she had no money to pay him. Now, he was going to let it go on the house, just in case the witch changed him into something he had no interest in being. But the witch said, no, you've done fine work for me. I'll pay you, just not with money. I'm going to give you 3 wishes. What's your first wish? Well, Lex didn't have to think about that one at all. He said, you know what? People are always coming into my shop and they're borrowing my tools. So I want you to fix it so that if anyone borrows any of my tools, they just pick them up. They can't put them down until I say so. Done, said the witch. What's your second wish? Well, Lex had to think about that one for a while, and he said, you know what, sometimes people come visit me, sometimes they don't stay long enough, and sometimes they stay for too long. So I want you to fix it so that if anyone sits in any of my chairs, they can't get up until I say so. Done, said the witch. What's your third wish? Well, Lex had to think about that one for a long time, and he said, you know what? Money is always tight. I don't know where it goes half the time, so I want you to fix it so that whenever I put money inside of my wallet, it can't come out until I say so. Done, said the witch. She picked up her cauldron and she walked out. Now the rest of that summer, the rest of that year, was pretty ordinary for Lex. He still smoked too much and he still drank too much, but he worked hard. Everyone liked him well enough. Until it was the summer. It was the hottest day of summer, and into Lex's shop walked a man. All dressed in black, with black leather pants with the flames stitched up the side, a black shirt, a black jacket, a black hat with silver skulls. And as soon as Lex saw this man, he knew he was looking at the devil. And the devil looked at Lex and he said, Lex, put down what you're working on. You're coming with me and we're going for a walk, and I think you know where we're going. What did Lex do? He said, sure, fine, no problem, devil. Look, just give me a second. I want to put my shop in order before I go. Could you hand me that hammer over there? Well, the devil went over and he picked up the hammer, and as soon as he did, he was in trouble because he could not let that thing go. He took the other hand and tried to pry the hammer out of the first hand. Now both hands were stuck. He picked up a foot and he tried to push the hammer out of his hand. And now his foot was stuck and he was hopping around the shop. Lex, said the devil, help me, I can't let go of this hammer, I'll do anything. Oh, I can help you, said Lex, but I want you to promise me I won't see your ugly mug in these parts for a whole year. Anything, said the devil. Lex snapped his fingers and the hammer fell out of his hands. He was so surprised he tripped over both feet and he fell out of the shop. And he wasn't seen in those parts for a whole year. But a year to the day, it was the hottest day of summer. It was the hottest day in 10 summers, and into Lex's shop walked a man. All dressed in black, with the black leather pants with the flames stitched up the side, the black shirt, the black jacket, the black hat with the silver skulls. And as soon as Lex saw that man, he knew he was looking at the devil, and the devil said, Lex, I've been waiting a year to get your soul. You're coming with me, and we're going for a walk, and I think you know where we're going. Lex said, no problem, devil. I'm ready to go with you. Look, I'm going to put my shop in order. Have a seat, make yourself comfortable. I'll be right with you. So the devil went over and sat down on one of the chairs, and as soon as he did, he knew he was in trouble. As try as he might, he could not get out of that chair. He pushed and tugged and pulled, and it started to hurt in a very private place. And the devil cried out, Lex, help me. I can't get out of this chair. Oh, I can help you, said Lex. But I want you to promise me I won't see your ugly mug of these parts for a whole year. Anything, said the devil. Lex snapped his fingers and the devil jumped out of the chair. He was so surprised he tripped over both feet and he fell out of the shop. And he wasn't seen in those parts for a whole year. But a year to the day, it was the hottest day in summer. It was the hottest day in 100 summers. You know this story? black jacket, the black hat.
And the silver skull.
And as soon as the devil saw Lex, he said, no more shenanigans, drop your tools. You're coming with me and we're going for a walk, and I think you know where we're going. Well, what did Lex do? He dropped his tools right there on the spot, and he turned and walked out with the devil. Now it was so hot that day, even the devil was sweating. When Lex saw that the devil was suffering, he said, look, he said, I can see you're suffering, devil, look, I'm not inhuman, I can see you're hurting. Listen, you change yourself into 2 shiny dimes, and I'll walk into that general store and I'll get 2 cream sodas. And I'll come back out here and you can change yourself into moths or flies or something. Come back out here and I'll give you 1 cream soda, I'll take the other cream soda, and we'll continue our walk on this beautiful summer's day. I like the way you think, Lex, said the devil. And he disappeared in a puff of black smoke, and on the ground there were 2 shiny dimes. Well, Lex picked up those dimes and he put them in his wallet, and as soon as he did, the devil knew he was in trouble, because he couldn't get out of the wallet and he couldn't change himself back into human form. So Lex took that wallet and he walked into the shop. And he placed it on an anvil, and he took his favorite hammer, and he let fly with the hammer, and hit the wallet with all of his strength, and the hammer exploded. And Lex was tossed back 10 feet. He picked himself up, got himself a sledgehammer, and he came over to that anvil, and he let fly with a sledgehammer with all of his strength. And as soon as the sledgehammer hit the wallet, it bounced off and right through the roof, and Lex was tossed back to the walls and found himself on the street. Well, he wasn't going to give up. He got up, dusted himself off, went back into the shop, and he got the biggest hammer he could find. He could barely lift this thing over his head, and he went teetering and tottering all over the blacksmith, aiming for the anvil, and he let it fly with that hammer, and as soon as it hit the wallet, the hammer exploded, and the blacksmithy exploded, and the ashes from the forge mixed with the ashes of the wallet, and it formed a mushroom cloud that covered the world. And everyone in the world, well, they breathed in some of that ash. And suddenly, everyone started telling lies. Now, some of those people, well, they became bankers. Some of them became lawyers and politicians, and well, the rest of them, they became storytellers.